Hello, welcome to this mystery reading. My name is Molly. I am the Quantum Leap Queen. Let's get started with your reading, shall we? I'm going to set the intention right off the bat to give this group the best messages that they need to hear today. And I'm trusting you picked this reading based on your intuition, and therefore there is some nourishment here for you. So let's take a look, eh? Oh, okay. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. I'm sorry, guys. The Five of Pentacles, oof. That's a rough spot to be. Let's find out more about the energy in this group. I have the Knight of Cups. We could definitely be talking about a relationship here. Yes. Yes. I do think we need to talk about a relationship here. So let's take a look here. The Five of Pentacles, the first card out. You can notice that the cats here, they're walking towards the Knight of Cups. They're like moving that direction, and the Knight of Cups is moving that direction as well, escaping the cats that need help. So what I get is this is your energy and this is your partner or ex-partner's energy. For their energy, I'm getting they have this big shiny object syndrome. The grass is greener on the other side syndrome. They are looking outside of you, outside of the relationship, to get fulfilled by something else. And it's just that novelty or like that energy of because someone doesn't know much about them, they're more inclined to let them in. So there's like this newness. There's this newness that they're chasing, but and they think that that's going to fulfill them or fulfill what they're really searching for. And unfortunately, it's not. It's going to still leave them feeling surface level and empty. But for you, the Five of Pentacles, it's like you're chasing someone that doesn't want you. Which really hurts to hear. And let's say they don't want the same things as you do. Their priorities are different because maybe they're not interested in like a long-term building thing. Like with the Pentacles, you were trying to build something. You were trying to build a relationship with them, trying to build a life with them. And you just can't get them to commit to you or the relationship in a way that's real and authentic and that you're truthfully looking for. And that's why you feel like these cats being like left out in the cold and like battered essentially and crawling for this person to come back to you. And so let's start there. I feel like there's going to be some more messages. Oh, there already was. The King of Swords and the Six of Swords, actually, the Six of Wands. King of Swords, Six of Wands. King of Swords is their energy. They are someone that is very much stuck in their ways. They're not going to be swayed this, that, or the other way. They have this superiority complex and they think that they are better than those around them. And yeah, so I don't know. I hate to throw this word around, but it's a little bit like a narcissist on their throne. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting. The Six of Wands came out on your side of the energy, and the word that comes to me for this card is noble. I feel like you take a noble path a lot. Like you have empathy, and you very much are considering how your actions, your words impact others. You want to be a good example for yourself and your life for those around you. It's stuff like that. You want to create and build for things outside of you because you want to include. So it's a lot more humbling energy that you have, and it's rooted in the whole, or like, let's bring everyone up. It's not just about me. So that's what I feel. Plus, it did come out like this. So the Six of Wands was literally walking away from the King of Swords, who's just going to sit on his high throne or her high throne. So That's how I see it. You don't need this person, even though it might feel like you can't live without them. It's not true. I think the hardest thing about that is not being chosen. It's like that abandonment wound that you come back to. Let me ask what best advice you need to hear going through this situation. I have the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. They're saying that your true match of a partner is not going to be in the same league as your ex-partner or whoever you're with or have left. So they're not in the same league because your person that you're leaving, the Eight of Pentacles, is someone that is just wanting to stay, again, pretty surface level, wanting to make their impact on like multiple people, probably at the same time. They like the ego stroking, the validation, outside validation in that way. I just see them being more part of the like talking to a bunch of people culture, or the flirtatious, even like hookup culture. And then I feel like the King of Pentacles is looking at him and just rolling his eyes and realizing like this is like your future partner here, or whoever your match is as the King of Pentacles. And he's sitting in riches because he invested in something. This person isn't investing in anything besides the surface level. To be in the King of Pentacles, you had to cultivate a garden for a long time. Like you had to tend to something in order to make it grow. You were the long-term thinker in this scenario. And that's why he's sitting comfortably on his throne around abundance, is because he did that work. He did that work to nurture and to nourish what it is that's important to him and what he wanted to build. And I'm saying he, but you know, it's just always fluid like that. It can go either way. That's what I see. That's what I see is the difference in who you've been with versus your actual match, and someone that wants to match your energy in building something long, sustainable. You know that it's not always easy, but when two people are on the same page, it's certainly a lot easier than one person not on the same page. So that's what I get. I have the Seven of Swords and the Four of Wands at the top of the deck. And I feel like it's saying that whoever you're leaving or whoever you were with is still doing the same, not being honest with other people. The sneaking, the deceiving, the mental games, the mind games, the subtle manipulation, stuff like that. They do that with other people because they still do that with themselves. They cannot take an honest look at themselves because that would require addressing the darkness within them, and that would destroy the ego that they've built up. You would have to rebuild your personality after going into the dark parts of yourself. So they're not interested in doing that deep work that I think you have done and continue to do. And they're still looking over at your energy now of the Four of Wands. This is someone who is very much committed to themselves and their dreams. It is a card of marriage as well. And I will say, like, this would be a happy marriage between two people. So the fact that his eyes are literally looking over at your energy, it's giving me this idea of like, I feel like they're always going to be watching what you're up to in some way, shape, or form. They're going to be checking in on you and kind of seeing where you're at in your life. And they may not even ever reach out. But I feel like that's that energy of they're watching you. Yeah, because I think it's almost like they have so much self-hatred, or they hate themselves so much. Looking at you makes them hate themselselves even more or something. They're just like glutton for pain. I don't know. They just like sit in suffering because they play the victim, and that way it gets them the sympathy, the empathy and the sympathy that they're looking for from other people, even if it is like surface level. It's something for them. But yeah, I'm glad you are either have left or are out of this, planning to leave this person. I don't know. There's something like they are just not good for you or your energy, and I do wish them the best. I hope that they realize that they can go deeper and have a more profound experience of life and not be in these feelings of hate, or like constantly numbing those feelings of hate, something like that. Let me just ask if there is anything more from the tarot we should know about this situation. Let's see. Okay, I have the Knight of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Nice. I think this is a final reminder from the tarot to say, just follow your passions, follow your dreams, focus on your life. That's going to be your recipe for success. Like, take action towards the things that excite you, that you want to create, the projects, the business, the relationships, the life that you want to create. Just like keep trying in that energy and moving forward. With the Two of Swords, it's like, listen to yourself primarily about what is the correct option for you. Listen deeply to yourself. For some reason, I feel like I need to share this story of when I got a download that I was going to be leaving the US. I live in the US. The download said, listen, you're leaving the country in 6 months, so let's get you prepared. You're just going to leave the US for a little bit. And I thought, that's interesting. So, but, I listened to my intuition. I put my intuition into the driver's seat of my life. I made that decision. So I got prepared. I quit my job. I sold basically all my things. I even sold my car. And I still didn't really know where I was going until right before, like a month before, 3 weeks before, I found an apartment to rent in Mexico. So I just sold all my stuff and took a one-way to Mexico and just followed my intuition. And it ended up being that where I landed turned out to be my dream town, and I met my soul family, and so many amazing things have come from me choosing to listen to my intuition and take big action moves on my own. And I didn't listen to anyone else. I listened to my own guidance about what was right for me. That's something, that's an extreme thing. Not everyone goes to that extreme, but no matter what this looks like, it could be even more extreme. However it looks for you, trust yourself. That's the message. Listen to yourself. You are your greatest authority. You have the purest tap to your highest self, and he, she, it, life is communicating with you all the time. You just got to get really good at listening and then really good at honoring what you're hearing, and that is your recipe for success, truthfully. The Wheel of Fortune. So that is a great message to end the tarot. Now let's move on to some oracle cards. Let's look at angel number. I'm feeling magical with all of this energy of you taking back your power. Let's take a look. What is the best message for this group today? Oh, we got one. It says 5151 optimism. Oh gosh, there we go. So be optimistic about your future, about the possibilities. Maybe you don't see anything yet or can't feel anything yet, but it's kind of it's better than the past. I know how that path leads, or the feelings in that path. The future, as long as I keep choosing myself, is likely going to be something much better. Let's just see if there's any more nourishments in the description here. Oh, funny. It's actually... Oh, it's the second to the last card number. The last one is infinity. This is the second to the last. You're on the right path. Keep your chin up and stick with that positive way of thinking. Your goals are within reach. However, there may be quite a few obstacles on the way. Staying optimistic and flexible with your options is the answer. The affirmation is, I take action and trust my instincts. That's exactly what that final message from the tarot was about. Take action, trust your instincts. Take action based on your instincts. That's your recipe for success. You cannot go wrong. So yeah, let me pull from the Moonology now. I think that's good for the angel numbers. Let's get some advice from the moon. Let's hear what Mama Moon has to say. What is the best message for this group here today? Let's take a look. Oh goodness, it's too many cards. What is the best message for this group? Adjustments are required, and it's the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. You probably are adjusting, letting go of old stories and habits and patterns in your life that you realize no longer serve you. So I feel like that is the chapter you're in, is kind of the readjustment period after you leave a situation that was not good for you, as you're rebuilding yourself. Let me ask what other advice is here for you in the Moonology. What other advice for this group? I have, you are very close to achieving your goal. Yeah, so you are moving towards something. Maybe you literally don't know what it looks like yet, but this is probably like triple or quadruple the confirmation now that you're on the right path. You are on the right path. That is it. And then I have a time for healing with the balsamic moon. But it came out in the reverse. So a time for healing in the reverse. That's an interesting way that it came out. But I feel like one second. I feel like it came out in the reverse because it's talking about your healing truly is quantum. There's not even like a set time, like you start your heartbreak here and you end it here. That doesn't exist. They're saying like the healing will always keep coming in layers, but also that means that you heal it in layers or in quantum time. So don't be expecting, have expectations on yourself to heal a certain amount by any certain time. They're saying drop all expectations for yourself, for your healing journey, and just focus on the things that matter, which is, how is your energy today? What is your focus today? What is your intuition telling you to focus on today? It's about you and being in your own lane, and the healing will take process naturally as you focus on the right things in your life, which is focusing on your vibration. That's what I feel like it says. Drop any expectations around how healed you should be by a certain time, anything like that. That's what I feel with those cards. See, I would like to actually let's do the I Create My Reality deck next. We'll take a look. What other message is really important for this group here today? What's another important message for this group? I love this. I am all that I am. I am. For some reason, I'm getting the story of Moses, like parting the sea for the people, and I see that like it's almost like you're a pioneer or you're doing something that truly shocks a lot of people because of the way you're able to alchemize it. Yeah. Let me read what it says on the back here. Oops. It says, I live my life with my heart wide open. To truly connect with life, with people and experiences, I must have a wide open heart that allows me to give my entire self to each moment. Only in this way will I be filled with the richness and beauty of every small being and occurrence. That literally is making me teary right now because it's like the biggest act of courage, and it's the biggest expression of God and love when you take such a painful moment of betrayal, of heartbreak, someone doing you dirty, and then you alchemize it. You choose not to repeat the pattern or give it to someone else. In fact, what you do is you take it as an opportunity to open your heart even bigger to love, even more to opportunities, to be even more vulnerable in your life and with people. That is the highest expression, I think, when it comes to being the example of how to live. And it's the freest example. It is, you're choosing the path of freedom when you choose that path of alchemization. So that's what I get. You know, the cosmos are with you. You're connected to the cosmos. We're made of stardust. Like, nature is us. We are nature, right? So it's saying that you have the cosmos at your fingertips, in your hands. You have literal magic in your hands. You're able to do so much with the magic that you are. You're able to alchemize. So there's just so much power that this is giving you, that I see. So, yeah, nice. Let's move on to the final deck here I'd like to pull from. This is the Medicine Woman Oracle deck. I'm obsessed with all the mandalas on this deck. Okay, what is this group's final message? What are we going to send them off with? Let's hear and see. The feminine cycle. It says, reconnect with your cycle. You are a plural woman. It just means you're multifaceted. There's so much to you. And even if you're not a woman, it's still about respecting all aspects of you and all chapters that you are and all sides of you, all the light, all the dark. Because, you know, if you think about, like, let's say it's periods, let's say it's giving birth to a child, that can be some ugly, messy things. Ugly, messy, that's one way of looking at it, right? But it's actually also the most beautiful, profound, incredible way of life and of technology that we are. The magic of the cosmos, really. Let me just read what nourishment there is for you here. the feminine cycle. I'm just going to read the guidance part. Remember who you are. Step out of a linear time to embrace the roundness of your nature. You may have had, you may have the feeling of going against the flow or being tired. It is time to honor the richness of your feminine cycle and listen to your inner tempo. You are like the course of the moon and the dance of the seasons. Each of the 4 phases has a specific influence on your libido and your fertility, but also your emotions and behavior. Witch, like hat witch, witch, businesswoman, lover, mother. Each woman you are in turn carries the potential to connect you to the wider community of women. Discover that potential. This card is also an invitation to pass wisdom down to your daughter. So, yeah. Honestly, I feel like we pass wisdom on to everyone and everything when we embody all parts of ourselves, and when we take those moments when we've been betrayed, when something's happened to us, and we reflect within ourselves and are able to transmute that negative energy into magic. Yeah. So honor all parts of yourself, and I feel like this group in particular is in the part in your journey where you are looking at all parts of yourself. You're looking at your beauty, and you're looking at your ugliness, you're looking at your shadow side, and you're finding that it's all beautiful, and we need every aspect. We need the dark to see the light. We need the light to see the dark. Like, we need it all. And it just reminds you how multifaceted you are too, and how much of a creator you are. And yeah, so that's what I'm feeling with your energy. This is a new cultivation of self that you are experiencing, and the more that you energetically give to you, the more powerful you're gonna feel within yourself. So yeah, that's it. That's what I have for this group. I hope you guys enjoyed this mystery reading. Come back for more whenever you need nourishment. They're here for you, and they're timeless, so you can't go wrong. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, night, whenever you're watching this, and have a good one. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.